Disgusting and performative. Disgusting and performative. My laptop just went to sleep for a second. But anyways, I don't know why y'all like to do that. Why people like to do this performative activism. Because it's not doing what they think that it's doing. It's not making the change that they think is happening. You, on camera, on a performance of your song, having a white man, an actor, dress up in a cop uniform and recreate George Floyd's death on television. I'm getting angry all over again. Ooh, child, I know y'all hurt my stomach. It's performative and I hate it so much. Like, I'm getting angry at Dababy right now. He probably don't even know who I am. But I am angry, nonetheless. Because even if we weren't in this situation, and let's say 25 years have passed by and all that, it still wouldn't be okay. People would still be angry because who in their right mind would be like, yeah, in the midst of all this stuff going on in the US, I'm going to promote my shitty song. My shitty song. And I said it. Shitty song. I'm going to promote my terrible song. Now I feel bad. Anyways, I'm going to promote my song. It's not shitty. It's just I'm angry. I'm going to promote my song on national television and recreate the death of a man who died at the hands of police brutality and racism. Who in their right mind would think that that's okay? Who okayed that? I'm mad at everybody. I'm mad at Dababy. I'm mad at the white guy who dressed up. I'm mad at everybody. Because that's not funny at all. That's not funny at all. I don't find it funny, and so to Dababy, if you are listening, I don't think your song is terrible. I'm just angry at you right now. An apology to the people would be nice. Donating some money to George Floyd's family would be nice. Again, apologizing to the family and to the people for showing that disgusting performative display of activism would be nice. That's just me, though. That's what would be nice. That's what would be nice. That's what would be nice, Mr. Dababy. And so now we're going to discuss Karens. Now I'm sure you guys have heard of the Karens, which is a white woman who uses her privilege to get black people in trouble or to put black people in terrible situations, or just people of color in general. But mostly black people. Let's not forget there is no solidarity between people of color and black people. I'm just saying. But anyways, this whole Karen fiasco is going too far, in my opinion. It was funny before, I guess, kind of making light of these white women. But it's not funny anymore. Because these people, I feel like people have taken the term Karen and ran with it. And they are calling any white woman who does anything a Karen. And I don't like that. Like, okay, let me give y'all an example. Well, all I hear down my timeline, Karen, 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 I'm sick of it. It's tired. Hang it up. Flat screen. But anyways, there is this woman, white woman. I don't know what the situation was, but she ended up pointing a gun at this black woman. And the situation wasn't even that severe. It was severe, I think. But not severe to the point where you pull a gun on somebody. It was severe because they were in the wrong. The white woman and the white man. My stomach growled again, child. They were in the wrong. And she pulls out a gun and aims it at the black woman. That's an issue. And what do they call her? A Karen. I don't like that. I personally think that we should start calling these people by what they are, white supremacists. They're not Karens. They are white supremacists. This lady pointed a gun at this black woman, and y'all are calling her something as soft as Karen? Sit back and think about if that sounds right to y'all. Calling these white supremacists Karen. But when it comes to these white men, who are white supremacists also, what do we call them? White supremacists. We don't call them Mark or Luke or anything like that. We call them white supremacists because that's what they are. And so when it comes to these white women who are white supremacists, we should call them just that. And if you want to think of a cute name to call them, not a cute name, but something to call them that's going to piss them off, because the name Karen is already pissing them off. I love to see it. They saying it's a slur and all that. And let me real quick say why it's not a slur, because they're trying to say that Karen is rooted in sexism and all that, and that calling a woman a Karen is a sexist slur, and that just further proves the point that these white people don't get it. They don't get it. They won't get it, and I don't think they ever will. Karen is not a slur. A slur is a slur because it has years, centuries of hate attached to it. The N-word is a slur because it has centuries of hate attached to it, to a certain group of people. The F slur is a slur towards gay people, gay men. Let's be specific. Gay men, and possibly trans women, because they get called that too. It's a slur towards them because it has centuries of hate. Let me think of some other slurs. I can't think of no other slurs, child. Oh, the T slur is a slur against trans people because it has centuries of hate behind it. And that's why these people who are a part of these groups, I know you just hurt my mouth, I'm sorry, but that's why these people who are a part of these groups, that's why they can say it. They've reclaimed it. But Karen, we call y'all Karen for 30 minutes. And y'all saying it's a sexist slur. It's not. It's because y'all use your privilege to pit black people in situations. In racially motivated situations. That's why we call y'all Karen. But y'all getting angry and saying it's a slur? Please. Give me a break. But anyways, if we're going to call them anything, we shouldn't call them something as soft as Karen. We should call them something like, I don't know, crack a bitch. Cracker bitch. That's what we should call them. That has a nice tinge to it, a nice ring to it. Don't you think? Like, imagine you see a white woman who's a white supremacist and you call her a cracker bitch. That'll do damage, child. That'll do damage. I know that for a fact. So let me run into a Karen at the store or something. They will be getting called a cracker bitch, not a Karen. Thank you. I'm done with my current events, child. But real quick, we're going to move on to ways you can support this show. So let's get into it. This show is ran, produced, recorded, edited, and everything else by me. It's all little old me doing all this work. And I know I signed up for this. I so did, but it's a lot of work. And I wish I'm adjusting myself in my chair. Give me a second. I wish I had the editing team and all that, and oh Jesus, the Apple Watch just hit the MacBook. That sounds like a flex. Anyways, I wish I had an editing team and a production team, and all I have to do is record, and the editors get to editing it and doing all that, and the publishers, the editors give it to the publishers, and they publish it, and I don't have to worry about anything except recording content. That would be amazing. That would literally be the dream. But it's just me and my laptop and my microphone, and that's it. I'm not the best at editing. I know. I don't know how to edit out certain things. But here we are. So, y'all know I don't make no money from this podcast yet. Not yet. Not yet. Because I'm not trying to pay for that. The people who I publish with, no shade to you. No shade to you, girl. But I'm not trying to be paying like $15, $16, $10 to $20 a month to monetize my podcast. Maybe I'll pay a one-time fee of that, but why should I have to pay $10 to $20 a month? I don't know the exact price, but why should I have to pay that every month to make money off my podcast? Especially, whatever, man. It's so annoying. And so, y'all know I'm not really making anything from this podcast. And so, your monetary donations are appreciated. Very much appreciated. And so, there's only one monetary way you can donate to my podcast, and that's through Cashapp. Any donation is appreciated, and by donating, you are supporting me, a young black queer person, and trust me, it is greatly appreciated because at the moment I'm going through, beginning the process of getting emancipated and living on my own from my mother. So that's a whole thing, and it's not cheap because that means I'll be providing for myself. And so your donation would be appreciated. You can donate to the Cashapp at $C, lowercase HRIS, 4980. I'm say it again. $C, lowercase HRIS, 4980. And again, any funds will go, as of right now, towards my emancipation, because that's expensive. But it's necessary for me. There's so much going on in my life, and I would appreciate it. You don't have to, but, it's very much appreciated. And the non-monetary ways you can donate is by sharing this podcast to your friends, listening to it, giving it 5-star rating on wherever you stream it on. Follow me on Instagram at Your Son's Fallopian Tubes, or the Angry Black Femme Podcast, or on Twitter at Angry Black Whore. All that is greatly appreciated. And before I leave, I just want to talk about something really quick. As a black queer person, as a black non-binary, bisexual, young person, I'm telling y'all, it is very important to donate to black trans people's crowd funds, because they experience poverty more than anybody else and struggle more than anybody else, and they're struggling with things that you don't have any idea of. And so, I say that to say, consider donating. Literally, if you want to figure out what to donate to, go to Twitter, type in Black Trans Cashapp, and see how many results pop up, and that should tell you everything that you need to know about the poverty rate among black trans people. It should tell you everything that you need to know. Everything that you need to know. And as of right now, for me, I guess you could say I'm fine. I'm planning on getting on hormones or whatever soon, but for right now, I'm just trying to get emancipated, to get away from my mother and my father. So I just wanted to say that really quick, and